5 ways to spot a toxic friend. Hello guys, welcome to a new video. Grab a drink of your choice. Today I have no drink, but I have a gorgeous candle that has like this cute flame and actually looks like a coffee, like a latte, so that saves me. Okay, so I've taken some notes of 5 ways into how to identify a toxic friend, because it's not always easy and so many times we're left wondering, is this friend toxic? Am I just exaggerating? Maybe they just don't have to be perfect. But these are 5 ways that in my personal experience have never failed. The first one is that they minimize whatever you achieve. So whether you've worked really hard for something, once you share it, they will act as if it was not a big deal. You know, even if they've been in the process of seeing you struggle to get such thing, it could be a university degree. I've had that. Like I've had me saying, oh, I finally passed this subject, or I finally have my university degree. And I have had a friend saying, oh, well, you know, your degree is not as hard. So when people minimize things that, anything really, but things that you've struggled with, that is a sign that I don't think there are friends that you should want to have by your side. And you will realize because it will be also a repetitive pattern. And this is the thing about toxic friends, they repeat behaviors. They have these learned patterns that they keep repeating. So whatever you achieve, whether it's getting out of bed and cleaning your bedroom and feeling good, they will minimize it. They will make you feel like it wasn't a big deal. They will act like it's a big deal when you are on the way of achieving that, or you're failing to do so. But once you achieve it, they are like, oh, well, you know, it wasn't that hard. Or you get a new job, that job you always wanted, and then they're like, oh, well, you know, yeah, they're not very strict with hiring people. Yeah. Second, they control the friendship, okay? They control the narrative of the friendship. What does this mean? Let's talk clear. This means that anything that you do, anything that you do not do, sorry I'm pronouncing really bad, by the way, I don't really know why. Maybe it's 5 a.m, that's why I'm actually tired. And I've been awake all night just to film this video, and my pronunciation is not on point, but forgive me. They take decisions all the time, and not because you do not want to take decisions, but because they always speak first. They always interrupt you. This goes to anything. This goes to, oh, which restaurant should we go today? Which restaurant should we choose? Or which movie should we watch in the cinema? And, you know, after a while, you end up realizing that you never choose. You start realizing, wait, have I ever chosen anything? You start to realize that they're always the first one to speak. And maybe when you have finally the courage to speak up, they will basically say it's not a good option. Like, oh, well, that movie now is for children. That's not that good. So they make you feel smaller, because every single time you gather the energy to speak up, when you're already feeling insecure because they control the whole friendship and whatever is done, when you speak up and they instantly reject your idea, and you can also experience this in school, high school, university projects, when you never have any idea because you feel like you're not allowed to, because your friend always knows best. This tends to happen in that friendship everywhere, and it's so sad because you start to realize you've lost your power as a human being, and you're ashamed to speak up about a normal idea or opinion, and you end up doing what your friend wants you to do because you think they just are super extrovert and outgoing and they know best. But you're just a sheep in that friendship. You are not a friend. You're just a follower. You're not being you. You're being who your friend wants you to be, a sheep, basically. That just goes with your friend to whatever they want to do, they wish to do. 3, and this is a bit sad, but it's true, they do not want you to do well. they're not going to tell you straight in your face, I want you to do bad. I don't want you to do good in life. No, but there is going to be subtle moments that you're going to feel that. One of the toxic friends I had in the past, I had another friend, and we both had that friend in common, and we both experienced the same toxic traits and behaviors every single time that we met this friend, whether we met her last week or 3 months ago when we met her. She always will seek for problems. She will ask questions such as, oh, how is university going? And I was like, oh, it's going great. It's going quite good. Oh, yeah. And did you do exams? And I'm like, yeah, I did. And then she was like, did you pass all the subjects? And I'm like, yeah. But all of them? Like, you passed all the exams? Like, and I'm like, yeah. And then she'll be like, but nothing. You did not struggle with anything. Like, there's no subject you struggle with. Oh, but you really did. Like, you're not gonna fail anything. Like, are you sure? And maybe I'll be like, oh well, I'm struggling a bit with this one. She'll be like, oh yeah, maybe you're gonna fail that one. But like, it's like she felt so unfulfilled with her life that she was seeking. Obviously, this is a toxic friend trait. Okay, please, red flag. Ooh, but I do not blame her because I know that people that do such things, even though you need to not hang out with them anymore, okay, understanding does not mean you have to keep them in your life. If anything, the contrary, you understand, so you're able to let them go. This is important. So I don't blame her because I just know that she was seeking connection because she felt unhappy with her life. She didn't go to university because she didn't even finish high school, I believe. So she probably didn't do it with an evil heart, but she wanted people to do badly. Because if people did bad, it meant she wasn't doing it that bad. She wasn't doing that much worse. If you're doing bad, it's like, hey, if you're doing bad, the fact that she's doing bad doesn't seem as bad. That's what I meant. So yeah, my other friend experienced exactly the same thing. She always felt like she was surrounded by a very negative energy and that she was digging to find out about any misery within our lives, and that just takes a toll on you because especially if you haven't met that person for a long time because of this and you meet them and they're seeking again for negative stuff, yeah, that's not really nice, is it? Another thing that I will say, number 4, is the fact that they want to know every insecurity you have. Obviously, if you have a friend, it's normal to talk about personal things and it's the right thing, and you're going to tell each other probably the things that you're insecure about. But the problem is when I feel like there are certain moments that you realize that your friend is maybe highlighting an insecurity you have. Like they already know your insecurities, but they're trying to seek for more insecurities that you may have and that you may have developed recently. And then they're like, oh yeah, but like, is there anything you're not happy about? You don't like about yourself? And you've already spoken 1,000 times about your insecurities, but there's going to be times that you're going to feel like they're asking me too much about things that I'm insecure about. And digging, it's similar to the last one, but different because they create a false intimacy. Like they make you trust them, but it's not really, because they're a toxic friend, it's not really a real trust. Them as a toxic friend may believe it is, but it's not, because once they know that, they know your weakness, and then what's going to happen is that there's going to be several moments whilst you're speaking about something or speaking to someone, and they may highlight, oh well, don't worry, she also feels like that, and tell things that you've spoken in private, or you find out that someone knows about something you're insecure about. And it's not generally because they thought, oh, I'm going to tell them their secrets, but because they have a big mouth and they do not respect you as a person. They're a toxic friend. And when they know every single vulnerability that you have, it's not only that they can run their mouth by accident, but that they know how to gaslight you or how to get you to do certain things, because they know the things that make you feel bad or insecure or vulnerable. So they will try to use those things against you somehow. Or then if you have an argument, they will be like, well, I'm the only person that really knows who you are, or that really knows you. Or, well, I've never said any of your secrets to anyone. Like it's kind of like a subtle threat as well. Yeah. And they use that. Maybe if you're like, oh, I don't want to hang out with you anymore, or they'll be like, well, no one knows you. I only know you because. So it's not like a genuine thing. And the thing is, most of the toxic traits, we realize them. I believe we all realize these toxic traits, but we just choose to blind ourselves because it feels easier at the time. Because normally in life, we're always dealing with so many things. So we're like, oh, well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal yet. So I'll let it pass. But things are not normal. And 99% of the times, you realize that you've been asked too many weird questions, like digging as if you to say negative things about yourself, like your insecurities, or for things that are not going well in your life. Yeah, and you realize those things. But you just always think, oh, it's not that much of a big deal. And number 5, but not less, is that they're great manipulators. And I know you might think, oh my gosh, you just solved my life. We know this. But they're manipulators into a crazy extent. Like, they're so good at manipulating that you take time to realize that they're manipulating you, which is not always the extreme to get what they want. Example, one of these friends that I had, always that we made plans, we agreed on a certain plan. Example, going out for a drink or going for a coffee, for tea, but always going like to a cafe, very affordable cafeteria, a couple of pounds. We always made that plan, okay? Because she knew she loved doing plans at home and like watching video games and like YouTube. She loved doing those plans, but she knows that I and my other friend, or even me, sometimes we met by ourselves, she knew that I didn't really like it, or we really didn't like it. So many times she would like suggest meeting in a cafe, going for, a plan that seems more like, I don't know, fun than just being closed in a bedroom for like 5 hours. So looking into a screen. So she will suggest the plan of a cafe, and then when we are about to meet, maybe a couple of hours before or an hour before, she will change the plan. She will say, oh, I'm so sorry. She will say, oh, I have no money, I'm so sorry. Can we just chill out in my house? Or, oh my gosh, well, I've thought it's much more of a better idea if we stay in my house and we just watch movies. We just chill at home. And I know you might think, really? Are you really complaining about that? Even my dad realized she always gets what she wants. She always does with you what she wants. And the thing is that at that moment, she's not respecting you. She's not. And the problem is that if you're like me, like always trying to do what's right and always wanting peace and butterflies and be a good person, you are going to do things that you do not feel like doing just to feel like everything is fine and everything is at peace. So many of these times that she will suddenly change the plans, which was all the time. I'm not exaggerating when I tell you every single time that we met, she changed plans. Every single time we met, the plan was changed. I mean, I swear there was not a time that the plan wasn't changed. So yeah, this was my everyday life. And my fault. I didn't have the courage to speak up. But you feel trapped because it's literally an hour to meet her, or like even 15 minutes to meet her. You're already telling her you're on your way. And then she's like, oh, I have no money. She would just go to my apartment. And you feel trapped because like you have kept this afternoon to meet your friend. And what are you supposed to do? Obviously, she does have money. But because I know she does, okay? She was my friend. But like, you feel guilty. Like, what are you going to say to that? Are you going to say, oh no? I mean, you know, she traps you. And even my dad realized, like, you never go anywhere. You're always in that bedroom. You're always in that bedroom. You always make a normal plan and then you end up in the bedroom. So, yeah, yeah. This always happened and it was really tiring. Sometimes I did invite for the coffee, but it's still, she will just make another excuse like, oh, well, it's okay. Let me just go to my house. She always got away with what she wanted, and that is a manipulative behavior, and that's not respecting you as a friend. And if she does this, I am sure that there is so many ways into which this friend is not respecting you, and I will also tell you that she didn't respect me in aspects like when we were in the bedroom and she wanted to watch YouTube videos. She will always put what she wants, controlling the narrative of the friendship. I hated scary videos. Like, I didn't enjoy those videos because obviously they scared me. And I'm an overthinker. I struggle to sleep at night. So if I watch those videos at night, I will not sleep. I'll be scared to death. But yet, because she loved sinister stuff, she will almost force me to watch those videos with her. Even though I said I didn't like it, or we could watch something else, she would just like, oh no, but just this one is just like a joke. And then she would put me like super thick topics I'm not even going to mention here. Videos that no one is supposed to see about catastrophes and things that have happened in the world. And like things that I don't think any human should hear or see. And that was horrible, and these are all the reasons of why I stopped hanging out with her, and that was the right thing. But it's hard to step out of that, but it's the best thing you can do. And I'm happy I did it for myself, because every time I met her I was miserable, because when they're up in her bedroom she controlled the friendship. She will always be asking me, oh, are you sure everything is going good, like oh yeah, your marks, and oh yeah, okay, but and oh yeah, and she will always like be digging, and oh well, you shouldn't do that. And like if I had another friend, or if I have, I don't know, anything good in my life, she will like encourage me to like, oh no, you shouldn't be friends with this person, you shouldn't be with this person. And I will be like, no, but I'm happy. And she will keep saying, oh, but no, you should totally leave them, it's not good for you. And like, if I'm telling you I am fine and I'm happy, or I'm happy with this friend, you should not keep digging and trying to force me to do something I'm telling you I don't want to do. And she will keep doubting, like, well, hopefully things don't go horrible. Because I think as soon as I met her, how did I feel? And the thing is, she had the courage to behave in such a way, and I didn't have the courage to speak up. You can see who controls the narrative of the friendship. You can see who's cheeky. You can see who is scared, and you can see who has to run away. And I've still got messages from this friend to meet, but it's been hard for me. But one time I decided not replying, and in my heart, yeah, I love her, but I know it's not going to change, because it's been like this for like what, 10 years. It's not going to change. I wish it did, but it's not going to. And this disrespect to go in so many ways. When we were in the bedroom, she'll be smoking weed, which I have never tried a cigarette, let alone weed. So she didn't even, I know that's her vibe in her bedroom. I wasn't in her bedroom by choice, even though I was. It was because she cancelled last minute, as always, plans of going to a cafe. And I felt like, oh, she says she has money, but she says she has no money. And I said to him bye, but she still says, oh no, I feel bad. What am I supposed to do? Because I genuinely wanted to be a good friend and show that even if she has no money, we still can hang out. But then when I end up in your bedroom and you smoke weed and you do not ask me if I mind it, when you know that I do not smoke it, I do find it disrespectful, because I didn't choose to go to your apartment. And even if I did, if I was with someone, if I smoked and I'm with someone who doesn't, I will still ask, oh, do you mind? Especially if you're in a closed bedroom. So yeah, last times we met, to me, it was a punishment. And I remember as soon as I saw the chance of leaving, I left. Because I was like, what am I doing with my life? So these are 5 signs of how to identify a toxic friend. I'm not saying it's easy, but you know, there's always signs of how they treat you and how they deal with negative stuff and how they don't support you. They tend to believe as well, I forgot saying, that they tend to believe that you cannot achieve anything. Like the world can, but you can't. I've spoken about dreams that I've had, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, but these are very talented people. The people that achieve this, like a few in the world, are very talented. Or laughing about your goals. So, I mean, yeah. Yeah. I'm not ashamed to say that I've allowed friends like that for a while in my life because they were not like this at the beginning, or we were children, and it takes time to realize that those are things that you do not want in your life. And you're also learning. You're learning their behaviors because it's not something you've experienced before. So the first times they behave in such way, for you, it's just how they are. And it takes time for you to see, oh, wait, okay. It takes time because you're also learning and it's your first time living, like all of us. So you're brave and you're doing great. And I'll hope to see you soon. And I hope that if you enjoyed this video, you subscribe so that we see each other again and that you like it. And I truly wish you all the best in the world. And that you always, somehow, somewhere, find the courage to do what's best for you. Because friendships really matter. So, yeah, love you.